Welcome to the first Government House weekly press briefing and COVID-19 update for 2021. Hopefully this year will bring an end to our COVID update as we move forward and we stop the spread, not only here but in the entire globe. You know, yesterday it was almost like a Twilight Zone moment. Just like you, I was in disbelief when I was made aware, and as I watched some of the events unfold, what happened on Capitol Hill yesterday was shocking and a shameful act of terrorism on American democracy and the most sacred of our democratic processes. I could not believe that we had come to such a level where they would actually have protesters storming the Capitol building, as we have seen in many coups and revolutions around the world. Further, I was totally shocked that all of this had been incited by a president. You know, yesterday exposed the dark fault hidden in the underbelly of the American experience. One of those faults we, as people of color, know all too well. What we saw yesterday was a stunning display of the disparity with which our nation deploys the rule of law between people of color and white people. But it was also an example of the danger of mixing misinformation with mass media, the partisan tactics of individuals who place their political aims ahead of the common good. We are not immune here at home from what happened in Washington yesterday. And we are not immune from the danger of individuals instigating and weaponizing people's prejudices or frustrations with misinformation. It happens here daily, whether it's the friendly bickering of who's from Mumbiju or who's from Red Hook, or who's from Frederickstead or Christiansted, who's Crucian, who's St. Tomian, who's white, who born here, who is not. It all starts with us, the individual. And it is sad, it is indeed sad, and you see it play out every single day here in the Virgin Islands. When you can sway 1,000 men by appealing to their prejudices quicker than you can convince one man of sheer logic. And so I want to say today that in light of what happened in Washington, D.C., let us all resolve to be better stewards of information, to resist the urge to elevate rumors and conspiracy theories. Let us resolve to be more civil in our political differences, our debate on the issues, and check the political aims at the door when it comes time to focus on the people's work. I think then we can all accomplish more, not only for the territory, but for the nation. Our thoughts are with the men and women who work in the Capitol, especially our delegate to Congress, Stacey Plaskett, and her team, as well as the officers working to guard the Capitol. I also pray for those who were injured or lost their lives yesterday. This is indeed a sad day in American history, but one hopefully that will act as a reminder of what happens when we lose sight of the morals and the ethics that originally set this country forward and take off on things to divide us and put us apart. Let's hold true to those tenets that said it's a nation standing together as one. As of today, we have tested 874 people for COVID-19 since our last update on New Year's Eve. Of those 874, 78 tested positive. Our numbers are rising. As a matter of fact, in the last 2 days alone, we have encountered 50 new COVID positives in the territory. I can't stress enough how there's a need to follow the guidelines. And all of this spread is due to all the holiday travel and many gathering both legally and illegally. It's not hard to tell when you get 28 positives. You can count the days, January 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. 4 days it takes for symptoms to start to show. So we're just seeing the head of a new surge that we're going to be experiencing, and it'll probably last for at least another 2 weeks. So wear your mask and get ready for some more numbers to come in that are going to show heavy spread within the next couple days. That's what we're anticipating. That's what we are preparing for. We have been enjoying some fortune for quite some while because most of us follow the rules and the guidelines, but some of us don't. I know you see the news, and sometimes that in the States, they are so overwhelmed with COVID patients at this point that some states have made the heart-wrenching decision not to take people who have had cardiac arrests to the ER. So they're not even taking you to the hospital if you have COVID-19 and your heart stops beating. We can't afford to do that here. I don't think anybody will understand that the emergency room is too packed or that our infectious disease ward has too many people, that we would have to turn away people. 11 months we've been running and we've been doing good, and certainly we don't want to mess up now. I'm happy to say, though, that today we have 0 people in the hospital for COVID-19 in the Virgin Islands. But like I said, that number will start to increase as we see this, the holiday cheer being redistributed in COVID infections. So today in the Virgin Islands, we have 127 active cases. We actually went below 100 for a couple of days over the weekend. And we have tested 37,115 individuals total. 34,936 of those tests have came back negative, and 2,106 of those individuals came back positives. Of those that came back positive, 1,955 of those individuals have successfully recovered. As far as hospitalizations go, like I said, we're doing real good, but we have to stay vigilant. As of here in the Virgin Islands, we are working with Treasury. As you know, we don't get our checks distributed from Treasury like other places do, other states. Us, Puerto Rico, the other territories, we're allotted a sum of money, and then we're going to issue the checks out to you. All we're waiting for is to get that money in. As soon as that money comes to us, we already have the check runs. We sent you checks before. We'll get that check out to you. So we're all waiting because we have this mirror system. They have a different way of distributing it to us. But as soon as we get the checks, we'll be getting them out to you and getting that money we need to get going. The other good news is the Unemployment Coronavirus Relief Act has been extended. So if you are on unemployment insurance still, for those eligible, it means that the current programs being administered by labor were all automatically extended. So you'll continue to get benefits. However, the legislation created a new benefit program called the Mixed Earners Unemployment Compensation, which is, as you know, that's the 6th unemployment program that we have here in the territory. So it's going to be a little while for us to get it together and get it up. We have to do all the programming behind it. That one gives you an extra $100 per week and benefits to individuals receiving certain unemployment insurance benefits. That will work if you were self-employed or you had other income for that. So look out for that. Like I said, it would provide another $100 in compensation. There's also another $300 in compensation, which is also included in the act. That should be good as well too, and it'll be going to you as soon as we get that program up and running. You can contact the Department of Labor, who's now actually taking applications online. We're looking forward to seeing that. It is important to note, though, that if you receive pandemic unemployment assistance, you will not be eligible for the other MEUC benefits. So the VIDAL, Virgin Islands Department of Labor, like I said, is preparing those, and it should be right with you. The thing I think that concerns me the most is the wariness of the public, especially our young people. I have 2 daughters, so they always keep me hip to what's going on Snapchat. People complaining about us shutting down the nightclubs. This is not a game. I mean, this is serious. People are going to die. And, as far as the vaccine, right now we're up to 1.5% of our population. In 11 months, we at 37% of our population tested. So imagine how long it's going to take us to really get up to 37% vaccinate. This is not going away any time soon. This is a way of life. So whatever variant that we're dealing with, the vaccine is not our first approach of defense. Our first approach is wear your mask, social distance, don't go to large crowds, wash your hands frequently. I think that's what we have to do. It's the same drill. We just have to be more and more intense with it. We've done an incredible job. Like I said, we lead the Caribbean in terms of being able to manage the virus and be able to have our shores open for tourism. And we lead the nation. Today we're still under just about 5%, 5.1% in terms of infectious rate. That's the best in the country. The United States has been well over 10, 11% for the last 60 days, almost 90 days. And we continue to do well. So I understand the press's concern, and I appreciate you making people nervous about what's coming down the line, because we have to be prepared for more virulent strains of this. But COVID is not going away anywhere soon. So we all need to suit up, mask up, and just, deal with it. And as far as the mass gatherings, I'm doing my best to keep it at 100 right now, maximum. But we may have to even take that away as if we see this new virulent strain come over. Because my priority isn't partying, it's just to make sure that we're keeping people safe. Thank you for joining me today. And you probably won't see me again on the press conference until the State of the Territory, which is now scheduled for the January 25th. I'd also like to take this time to say congratulations again to all of those senators that will be getting sworn in on Monday in Emancipation Garden. I'm asking the public as we know it, please don't go to Emancipation Garden, Facebook. It'll be brought to you on the legit TV, on the radio as well. Please do not go down there. We're going to cordon off the area. We do not want mass gatherings. I don't even think we should have had it, period. But, in deference to those people who are newly elected, we allowed for it to happen. So, we're going to try to keep it safe as possible. Please don't give our police a hard time. We know you want to see it. It's a special occasion to all of us. I have some people getting sworn in that I really care about as well, too. But, we want to be safe. I mean, I'm going down there, but I wish I didn't have to go either, because COVID don't take prisoners. So, please be safe, stay at home. Wash your hands, be safe, and be sanitized. God bless you. Love you. Have a great afternoon.
Come to Tire Kingdom. Come to Tire Kingdom. When you need tires for your car, come to Tire Kingdom. For your SUV or your trailer, come to Tire Kingdom. We have every brand in every size. Come to Tire Kingdom. Lowest prices in the Virgin Islands.
Hey, had some great service over here at Tire Kingdom with Mike. Did a really good job. The 2 brand new tires were very cheap. Definitely recommend them. 30 minutes in and out.
Tire Kingdom número 1 en San Tomás, Villan Island.
The best service that will make you smile. Any tire you need, we've got them all. Right at the entrance of Tutu Mall. That is Tire Kingdom. At Tire Kingdom, we're #1, best prices and largest selection. Call 776-3400. We will be glad to help you. So shop at
Tire Kingdom. Good service, good price.
We are #1. Tire Kingdom. Come ride with the winner.